We have to have a healthy blueprint. If we don't have a healthy blueprint, there's no way that we can create a optimum lifestyle that is surrounded by nutrition, physical fitness, and mental health and things like that. So by creating a healthy blueprint, we have to understand that everything starts in the mind. And if we have a belief system, we have an ideology of a certain way that we grew up, and we take that ideology and those beliefs with us, we're gonna find ourselves in the same situation that we were in. To be healthy and to transition your life to have a healthier lifestyle, you first have to understand that the things that you was taught or to believe around health may or may not be true. For example, the foods that we put in our body that we grew up on as kids, especially in our community, we grew up on soul food. So growing up on soul food, we had macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, whole mugs, pig feet, turkey wings, all these different type of foods. And the thing was, these foods that we are consuming at this point in time, they were scraps given to our grand or great grandparents who was enslaved at that point in time. So they used those scraps to create a meal because that's all they had. But at this point in time in our life, we have to understand that there are more options out there. Understandable, some of the options are more expensive, but how expensive is your health? Are you willing to wait until you're in a situation where you need to take medicine and be on medicine to figure out that you should have did something differently? Because that's going to be more expensive. It's not going to be only financially expensive. It's going to be expensive on your body. It's going to be expensive on your mind. So how can we prevent situations like that? What I say is we have to create a mindset around what is it that I need to do to balance my life. I'm not telling people to give up the things that they enjoy, especially when it comes to food. But we have to understand there is a balance. And if we're not maintaining that balance, then if we're not maintaining that balance, then the scale is going to tip one way or another. And if we're eating unhealthy, the scale is more than likely going to tip to the way that will create illness and disease. And people might say, well, I had a grandfather who lived to see 80 and 90 years old. He never ate healthy. But how many people are able to say that? And how was his health in the process of it? Was he able to maneuver around the way he wanted to maneuver around? Was he able to do the things that he wanted to do at that age? Was he able to get up and do certain things that was congruent to his health? Or was he stuck? Was he sitting? Was he bedridden? And we have to understand that, like, living to see a certain age doesn't make it okay if you're not enjoying life in the process of it. I've seen so many people who have retired at a certain age and their days is more consumed with having to go to the doctor office 3 to 4 times a week. That's not enjoying your retirement age. And we can change that. We can change that just by changing our mindset and changing our eating habit. Understanding that the things that we consume is giving us life or is bringing us death. And I'm going to sign off with that. Cash. Constantly achieving successful habits every day. You heard? It's the healthy revolutionary. Get at me.